Mm. The first one is just my observation. I see Satsang as, I don't know if you know about these giant crabs. Once or twice a year, they meet together, and they meet together to shade their skin, break off their old shell, and so they come together to protect each other. So they don't get attacked by predator. The ones with the harder shells, they stay on top, and the ones that are shedding stay in the bottom. And during that transition, so I see Satsang as all of us coming together and changing our growing and shaking. And then is this going inside like the shadow work with is this the similar work that you ask us to do? Is it like the shadow work?
Very good. When I was in Costa Rica with Satnam and Krishna Priya, on the beach, all of the hermit crabs would gather. Maybe you've seen it on YouTube or something like this. It's pretty remarkable, actually. And they grow, the crabs grow, and they need to find a bigger shell. And it's kind of a great dance. But it's very competitive. And they all just, I mean, there's something organized about it in that they all find, one moves out of a shell too small and the smaller one moves into that shell that's now available. But it's a bit of a melee, a little different than what you described. I love the juxtaposition of the two. I'm not familiar, but I want to be familiar now with what you just described and what type of crabs these are. But yeah. But they would stand guard and allow that beautiful sacred process to happen, moving into a larger, more expansive house. Now, in terms of shadow work, two, I think, important but subtle clarifications. I don't ask you to do anything. And I know it's just was just used as a manner of speech. It's only an invitation. But it's an important distinction, and I feel to make it. And then the other thing, which is, yes, this is shadow work, but also, and it takes a tremendous amount of courage and persistence, but really the bulk of the work is simply awareness, 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 awareness. There's really very little work to be done. Much to be seen, little to be done. We come into this with the habit of self-improvement, of self-help. It's a natural part of the evolution and maturation of coming to understand how actually these things work. But it's not how you thought. And self-help is good. Self-improvement is good. It's part of learning. But eventually you will come to the place to realize that the one who is trying to help itself is not helpful quite, not so much, really. It's a bit of a bait and switch. Okay. But yes, this is it. And the work actually is primarily in seeing. So shadow work actually is this. You look within, and what you find, you see. And you know what is the pattern of it. And eventually you'll just come to see the pattern of the pattern, which is raga dvesha. So simple. Attractions and aversions. You come to see, then you see the pattern of it, attractions and aversions, and then you practice. At first you practice vairagya. Dispassion means not pulled into temptation and not moved into aversion. You neither reach for a thing nor resist a thing. You don't reach and you don't push it away. This is shadow work. It's not more complicated than this. Not easy because of our intense, the momentum of our habits of reaching and pushing, of attraction and aversion. But you do not ever in any moment actually improve yourself. You simply make a decision to be still. That's it. It's not easy because all of you will want to move towards the cigarette, for example. Your whole being, and your addictions. The greatest addiction of all, of course, is I'm right. And this is the seed of all of the suffering. But this one cannot really fix itself because it actually has no inherent power to do so. It itself is a bit of a fiction. The character in the book does not rewrite itself. It's very hard for us to understand, but you will see it through your progression of your willingness to remain true to yourself and not pulled by your attractions and aversions, to stay true to your own self. You know what you want and don't want, and then you remain true to that and see you see the invitation of temptation, and you see the invitation of fear, and you just